Hey guys, and welcome back to episode number 10 of the FIFA 21 Grimsby Town to Glory career mode. Yes, we sit in 13th in the league. If you haven't seen the last episode, we've moved one place down, but not done a lot of good for ourselves. Of course, it's called the Hunt for Form, but I don't know if it has been, as we are, I think, they're on 35 points, we are on 47. So, we're 12 above the relegation zone at the moment, with I think 8 games to go. Yes, 8 games. As today we start off with, I think after training day, it should show us Rotherham. Yes, it is, which we are going to simulate. Got a bit of an injury crisis in the background as well. As Palace are the next game we're going to play. Derby we're going to play as well. Bristol City the same, and simulate Sheff Wednesday. I don't know if anything else is going to go on in the background. As first question, It's Kiers says, when you get to the Prem, you should buy Hudson-Odoi, because you can start a counter-attack, can go wing-back, and will be really good as a beginning Prem player. I agree with you there. It's just the matter of fact, if he hasn't got really high in his potential so far, because of course he does start quite low rated, would fit into this team, but it is, I think, 3 seasons deep now, and he could be into the 80 rated, which would be hard to buy. Definitely a great suggestion. As Bikai Play says, try Cy Lingard. I wanted to include this one because it actually does sound like a good one, the way he's going on in real life. Wouldn't mind him, you know. Definitely wouldn't mind him. Got his brace against Aston Villa in the past week. As, yeah, I won't mind him in this career. I don't think he dropped to the Championship, so maybe for the future. And finally, Nicholas Edmund Jr. with another suggestion on the formation tactics. Love how this guy suggests all these, so thank you so much for this. As why don't you try the 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1 formation, so you're controlling the ball a bit more in the midfield of place. So I think I might try that as a alternate, maybe as the attacking, because there's less defenders there and I can push players forward. But for now, I'm going to stick with this formation. I know we haven't got results, but I do like the way the fullbacks flood up. If we get Rescue correct in his position, a bit more pace on Doig, I have faith in this one. But great alternative. And a worry that I have in this episode after the press conference is Garcia and his goal record. Yes, it's the only thing we're cherishing at the moment, Garcia being the top scorer, but Mbolo, Briel Mbolo that is, 2 goals behind him. He is a really on-point player though, really good. Of course, came from Mönchengladbach, I think, to Palace, which I just really think is very unnatural. As Breo Martins wants to be back in the team, he's just suffered from, I think, a sprained wrist or something, so he's been out a couple of days. As Rotherham 19th, we are going to simulate this game, hoping for a victory with Schubert in the goal. Sorescu, Fisher, Gregerson, Nightingale and Doig. Yes, it's a surprise Fisher's in there, but of course injuries to Pollock and Bath have forced it towards me, with Harper, Martin and Chalobah in the midfield ahead of Pope and Traore, with Long and Garcia up front. Both wingbacks now 77 rated. They are prime Premier League players, I think. Really good for a mid-table team there, so we've got to try and keep hold to them if we're not getting promoted. Or if we could get promoted, we've got to push on now. And I've clicked play the game. That's frustrating. We'll do it anyway. And let's have a look at the Rotherham lineup. Wasn't supposed to happen, but we're here anyway with Blackman, Harding, McDonald, Dower, Chantoke, Clark, and McDonald. At least it's 4 at the back with Ogbene, Barsler, Wiles, and Jacobs with Smith up front. I don't know if that's Sam Smith or Matt Smith. Either way, it's going to be a good striker at home as well against a lower team, which we have usually simulated. First time playing these this time round, so hopefully it can be the 3 points desperately needed. And an early goal would really do us a favour with it, I think, as Jacobs does have the ball though, passes it inside Gregerson, who's off out in international duty, I think, for the next game, which really adds to the struggles at centre-back. Gets the ball and it's great passing through the middle. Martin with a great ball onto Garcia. Could he get the goal? Oh, he's hit the crossbar. We needed that to go in, just not getting any luck at all at the moment. Great start to the game, but it's just not happening. It's really not going to plan, as Nightingale has to come across and get that away from Ogbene, who has got the ball still. Nightingale's the backup, but one of the first choices at the moment as Smith gives it into Jacobs. It's good skill. It's a great tackle from Dejan Sorescu to get it out to Nightingale as well. It's a good job. They didn't threaten really there, as Martin gets the ball straight away, and I think we're just offside with Long. And he is. Decent start though. Definitely encouraged. Sorescu now. It's his chance. Into Long. Get another pass off. It's Harper across the floor, and it's no good. Jamal Blackman to take the goal kick. Very encouraging signs early on. Very encouraging indeed, as we're playing another black and white club. Maybe it's just we get the results against other teams in the same colour as us. Actually, no, that can't be right. The form started badly against Derby, who we do have in this episode as well, who we lost to because of a smart free kick, I think, as we got the ball in the middle to Chalobah as well. And that should have been a goal. And now, Martin, get away from your man. There we go. We've had 30% possession given to them, so we've had 70 ourselves as long cuts inside. He likes a finesse over the bar, and a run on here from Michael Smith. I've learned his name is as Schubert has to make a low down save. First test from Rotherham in this game, and I can't believe we've gifted a corner to him afterwards. It's going to be Doig at the front post. Every tack the opponent makes looks really threatening as they almost won the header. And 2 minutes added on of this first half. Can we get something before that though? Really need to take advantage of how well we've played in this first 45, but a good run from the defender after Garcia, who had the intent to get there, marks the end of the first half. It is going to be 0-0 again, like Stoke, but of course we ended up drawing that. And we don't want another draw, we want a result. So here we go, Martin, across the field into Long through the middle, this is it, Garcia, Raul Garcia to strike first time and straight in the top bins. There we go, we've got to go with the main man again. It's one with his foot this time as well. As yes, it's been coming and has come straight away at the start of the second half. However, it's not about the goal. This game is fully about the 3 points, which we desperately need in a played game. Great finish into the top corner. Jamal Blackman stood no chance, diving the right way as well, as McDonald couldn't chase him at all. And there we go, 1-0. We need to keep it. Oh, we could even do with adding to it, you know. If we're going to chase these playoffs, you never know. We could add a bit of excitement at the end of this season as Long has made the defender trip. He's got a sweaty on to Garcia, who gets his 20th. Chris Long and Garcia's partnership may be underway now with confidence brewing, actually taking the lead for once. We have doubled it. Great stuff. Straight through the middle right there. Gregerson we're going to save for the next game. And it's a sweaty. It all counts. It needed to go in, and this could be a desperate victory we need. One straight after the other. You love to see it, but a clean sheet as well. I would really appreciate, boys. And Jacob scores straight away. It's 3 goals on the trot. That's usually happening lately. And I think it's Jacobs, yes it is, who gets a consolation hopefully for Rotherham. I'm going to skip it as well. Don't want to see them celebrating. It's only 1 goal, mate. You don't have to go up to the cameras. And that double goal advantage we struggled so desperately for has just gone in the blink of an eye. Great stuff, and really great that Raul Garcia's down. That's just brilliant, isn't it? That will be the biggest blow we could have to our team with the injuries we've already got. As Ladapo looks to level it. Good tackle from Johnson now on the field, and he has to do it again. Raul Garcia's also departed the field, which really doesn't sit well with me. I don't like not having him on, especially when they're threatening. We might need another goal as Schubert has to save. It's not good, boys. It's really not good how we bottle it like this late on. We cannot lose this game or even draw it. We need 3 points. These are relegation rival as it stands. And Sean McDonald, oh, he's turned us really well. Nightingale! And we are so lucky to still be in a lead here. Oh, it's a poor pass from Schubert as well. The keeper, no, he's giving it back to McDonald to shoot again, and he has to make up for it. Boys, we're panicking. We really want to keep this win, but we are panicking like mad. It's Fisher with a great ball down the field, but still straight back to Jacobs. Straight back upfield to McDonald. They look like they've put him up front. It was usually a CDM. And we have to keep our cool. Freddie Ladapo trying to play a 1-2, and he's wriggled through as Darnell Johnson makes a tackle. Oh, and you can't believe it. You can't friggin' write it. As, oh my days, Rotherham have equalised. It's going to be 2-2 at Blundell Park if we don't get his head into shape without our main striker now on the field as well. Oh, dearie, dearie me. What are we doing here, boys? Messing about. Freddie Ladapo, the substitute, gets a draw. You can't buy a win for love nor money, as we need to get this out wide. Right, come on, Rescue. Dayan, please, don't let me down late on. We need 3 points. Rescue in the middle. Oh, it's not going in. And Freddie Ladapo, don't you dare let them walk away with all 3 points, Town. I know we're poor at the moment, but we're not that poor, as Chalobah has to make up for it. This guy I thought would bring experience in. Hasn't really, has he? He hasn't been the best of players. However, Long can't control, and he's back up to Rotherham, who are offside. Last chance here, and my days, we give it straight to them, Darnell Johnson. What do you want? To lose the game, as he does recover, but it's probably going to be too late as the ball to Edmondson's too far. Angus McDonald to get rid of it, and it's going to be 2-2 with Rotherham. An absolute bottle of a game, and a big injury to our main striker. Not good. It's left a very, very sour taste in my mouth, that. As we are 15th, Brandon Martin saying I've let you down, mate. I just didn't want to put you straight in after an injury. And speaking of injuries, I want to see how long Garcia is out for. Please don't be long, as it's 4 weeks. He's going to be out for the rest of the season, is Raul Garcia. And in the form that we're in right now, that is definitely not what we want. Nightingale as well, being approached by Besiktas. It's a higher up club for him, good luck. But absolutely none for us, because now we only got a point out of a game that we needed them all. Nightingale will go to Besiktas as well, we wish him well. As we've got players out on international duty as well before the next fixture. That's going to be a difficult stretch, and there's still no other centre-backs back. Serescu's out as well as Garcia. Going to be difficult for a team. And no offence to him, but you can tell the situation's quite dire when Montiel Gibson's on the bench, because he's the backup man, as Schubert is going to be in between the sticks. Christie, Fisher, Johnson and Nightingale with Doig at left back make up a very second string back line with Pope and Brero Martin sitting in the midfield. Want to switch that up after its disappointments of last game. Martin survives though with Long as well for the assist, and Garcia would have done if it wasn't for his injury. So Edmondson has to step in against Crystal Palace, a great team as well. It definitely ain't a bad venue. We're at Selhurst Park, probably the best stadium that we've visited so far in this career mode, apart from, of course, the obvious Wembley when we lifted that trophy last season. As look at this, great stuff, absolutely perfect. But for a team that has to go away from home and win in a relegation form, not really the best. As Guaita, Buta, Jack Riedewald and Nathaniel Klein make up the back couple. Is Sacco in midfield? It looks like he might be, you know. As yeah, he's on the right mid. As MacArthur, Milivojevic and Rodriguez make up the rest of the midfield with Hamuma and Benteke. No Briel Mbolo, they're saving us the blushes of him on the field, as our second string team faces a very strong Palace one. Grimsby Town in real life have been here before. I'm pretty sure I've probably mentioned it elsewhere in another video, but Grimsby Town faced off against Crystal Palace, I think 2 or 3 years ago in the FA Cup in a great 1-0 loss, but definitely did not deserve it. Hopefully the fortunes can be different this time round with a very strong side, as Milivojevic is running forward into Benteke. Pope now intercepts, and Pope with a chance to charge forward, gives it to Bruno Martins. He goes forward now to Edmondson, get it out wide. That was meant for Christie, but Long's going to have it. Christie, make that move inside. He's got experience against these in the Prem before, as Christie takes a low shot. Was a great little move, that one, as Mamadou Sakho's giving it back to Buta. Now on to Hamuma. Now MacArthur. Let's get a tackle in, boys, please. Don't let them get forward. Fisher with a good touch on the ball, but it's still going to fall for Luka Milivojevic. Curled the slide. Didn't really get around to his. MacArthur now gives it through to Benteke, who turns, shoots, and it's already 1-0 Crystal Palace. First shot of the game. We can't defend for Toffee. Another disappointing game. The passing from Palace, though, has been spectacular. We run away with Nightingale, the captain at the back, who probably needs to get out of the club already. He's got a transfer arranged to Besiktas. He'll have his head on that. And Schubert, I don't know what you were doing. And, oh my days, Benteke almost had another 20 minutes in. How lucky are we not to be 2-0 down, or even more. The passing that Crystal Palace have fooled us with has just been spectacular. We haven't managed to get a foot on the ball, really. Poor performance, but then again with the team we put out, I'm kind of playing for a draw here, as much as I'd love a win. As Doig does have the ball though. Can we get level straight away to Edmondson at the edge of the box? Poor shot. And oh my days, Pope's down. Pope's down in the little move we've got going here. Back heel doesn't really pay off, but I can't believe the injuries we've been receiving lately. Injury crisis here at the club when we just don't need it. As Martin now has a ball through to Long. Long's going to try and turn out and give it to Pope, but he's just hampered by that cross. And of course, alluding to that cross that means injury, he's going to come off straight away now. That's the youth player as well. Really don't want to get him injured and hamper his development. Maybe sell him on in the summer if he wants to leave, of course, because the team is playing so poor and I just can't see us keeping him here. As Benteke has the ball, gives it to Hamuma. It's a couple of 1-2s. Now out to Sacco. It's in the middle as it's back out wide now. We just need to keep it 1-0 at half time and we'll go in and try and figure out something to get another goal. I don't want to change formation, boys, but at the moment you're kind of leaving me a bit on edge. Maybe it's the players. That's what I'm thinking as Doig makes a good tackle. Charge forward now up this field. Josh Doig still running. Still running. Josh Doig going all the way. Individualism from the left back. Josh Doig who's still going and rolls it into the bottom corner. Josh Doig on the half-hour mark or the half-time mark at that scores the best goal of this career mode. I am sure of it. Runs himself down the field individually from left wing back after making a tackle. He's put it upon himself to score it. It's the first in-game goal he has scored. And what a one to get up and running through me. I absolutely can't believe that. An individual run from the left wing back to get us a goal. I'd expect Surescu to do that. Of course, he isn't on the field, so I'm not going to blame him. But the best chance of the game has fallen to Doig and Christie, the wing-backs. God, Christie missed that opening chance, and Doig buried that individual one. What a goal. If that were a winner, or just one to put us in the lead, I think I would have been much more hyped than I am right now. But what a goal from Doig. That has to get his confidence up. Just need to figure out how to get the rest of the teams up now, as Christie does have the ball. Decent bright start from us at the start of the second half, as well as Christie charging in, gives it to Martin through the gap, put it across the box, and we've won a corner. However, nothing coming from that corner, and Edmondson's down. We are dropping like flies. What is wrong with this team as Martin just can't get past his man? Another striker, Montel Gibson, might have to play. And yep, Edmondson's got the cross. Montel Gibson, 64 rated, comes on to play in the Championship. Might have to start the next game, you never know, with Garcia and Edmondson out. But the experienced one now, Long, has a chance to score. And Long does score. They're focused on the change we made as we take a lead at Selhurst Park. With the second string team, Chris Long is put through on goal. And what a ball it is from Barreiro Martin. Straight through, past Guait, and we could be on for our second win against Palace. Away! Oh my, if you told me this was coming, I would have never believed you, as Milivojevic does have a free kick as well. I don't know if teams are being more dirty against us as well, trying to get us relegated with the amount of tackles and little nudges that we've had on players that have led to time on the sidelines. Really don't appreciate that, but I might appreciate it here if Martin can stay on side, which it looks like he has. Martin, to wrap it up, goes too close to Guaita. Very good on the counter. Christian Benteke in the middle to Hamuma. McGregorson, as he gives it in the middle. Milivojevic, we need to get these tackles in. And they've given a free kick. I just wanted to stop them at all costs. I do not want to lose this game. It's a bad back three as well, as Milivojevic stands over a free kick. Conceded a lot of these this season. Milivojevic curls it off the crossbar. We live another day. And for once, we've had our luck in a game. It feels great. As it's now Doig on the ball. Montel Gibson, you couldn't get a goal, could you? Or even an assist as... Oh, it's just overweighed. Good thinking. Let's see it out, shall we? As, oh, that looks like you were trying to put a bit of afters on Doig there, sliding in. Don't appreciate that from, I think it was Hakuma. As Barreiro Martins goes for a ball through the middle. Ref, we've played the added time as we finally get that win that we've desperately needed in an actual played game. It feels sweet. An absolutely sensational goal from Doig in a second string team where we received 2 injuries and then Long threaded through when no one suspected it. Oh, if it was like Football Manager and they had a social section, the admin would be going absolutely mental. What a result! As we are back up to 13th. Can't really see us getting higher, to be honest with you, but I'll take that. As Edmondson's out for 5 days. And Pope is the same, just both bruised shoulders. So that's good. I don't think I could deal with another vital injury, but I might rest them both for the next game. Don't want to put them straight back into it, although there was part of a winning team, as it's Derby up next. Another team up there. Yeah, looking at the table, Norwich in 10th are 10 points ahead of us, so a playoff push I don't think it's really possible. I don't think it's possible, because it'd require all the teams in there to lose all the games and us to win them, so it is very far off. But what is not far off is the Derby game, because we're on the day and of course want to get a nice little victory. These are in 7th, so if we want to start trying to put a push on, which I highly doubt, it would require a win here. So I think I'm going to play Edmondson actually. I'll rest Popey a little bit because we have got players that can play there as well. But Edmondson, I really need you to battle through. So Pope, unselect, with Schubert in the goal, Christie, Fisher, Nightingale, Johnson and Doig in the defence. Barreiro, Martins, Harper and Martin, now 76 rated, I say 56, with Long, Edmondson up front. So, let's try and get a victory against the Rams. Now, I've decided to play this because, of course, I want to get a spot of form going. Can't just let us completely disappear. As, of course, we've got the last win. And Bristol City, I think, is away. So I don't look forward to travelling to Ashton Gate. As the Derby team looks like Vegas in the net. Byrne, Lloris, Wisdom, Buchanan and Shinnie. I think he's a midfielder though, so not five at the back with Bird. Knight in front. Jason Knight's a decent player. Jowiak, Sibley and Marriott. Okay, Sibley's really good. I think Marriott might be a second string striker though. But you never know. Could have improved a lot over the likes of Tom Lawrence and Waghorn. So it's a bit of an unusual shout, but one that's not unexpected. Because you've, of course, got to always expect the unusual and unexpected. As it's a great cross to start off with. What a chance. If that would have fallen to anyone but Martin, who just doesn't do headers, that would have been great. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come as well. I really enjoyed the start that we had, but Jack Marriott putting the shot straight on Schubert. Okay, so it's not going to be a convincing game. We're still going to have to battle. They are in 7th for a reason and just outside of that playoff spot, so they're chasing it further than us. As we've got a switch on here to Johnson. This is great. This is what I want with wing-back. Switching it and sending it up the field as Edmondson shoves off the defender Lloris. Can he put a cross across the box? He can't, but great work from the Leeds United loanee. I would like to keep him here, you know, as well. I know he's only low rated, but has done a job. Jack Marriott again. Oh, he's danced past his defender now. He's got a chance. He's chipped the keeper, and it's too many chips. Schubert has to come out in that situation, but it's too many chips we're conceding as Derby take the lead. Oh, I mean, they are chasing. I just thought if we get a bit of form going, we'd stand a chance at getting a couple of good results at the end of the season, but maybe not to be. Great chip over the keeper to make it 1-0 to them. So it looks like they're trying to seek a bit of revenge. Sibley on the ball gives it back to Bird. In the middle to Shinnie again. Marriott. We've got to try and get a tackle on here as it's Jack Marriott with another chance. And I need to fix this somehow. Tackles are just getting given every single time. It's another penalty to Derby. I saw what I did. I slid him in the box, but still, he got the shot off. And Nightingale hardly touched him. He's had a shocker today as well. As look at that. Just never ever a penalty. If he would have gone to ground, fair enough. As it's Schubert against Marriott. And he's put it in the top corner. Should have dived the usual way. As it's 2-0 to Derby. Not good. Not good. Don't want to see Jack Marriott celebrating again as he's grabbed a brace. He's got 13 this season. He's catching Garcia. I didn't expect that from Jack Marriott. What a season he's having. And Louis Sibley now, the absolute wonder kid. Wanted to try and sign him myself. Marriott on a chase. He's not going to give up on it, is he? He is reckless. He's heard what I've said looking at the teams and he is up for the game. Sibley again though. He's providing a lot and pulling on our strings as we need to try and keep him out. However, at half-time, it looks like it is going to be the worst possible outcome. Get across to him, boys. Get across to him. Murray is walking through. He could score a better goal than Doig scored last game as he hits the post. And Sibley is there to tap it in. It's 3-0 in the first half at home. I mean, the 7th, but there's got to be an explanation for this. I don't know, fatigue, injuries. I honestly have no clue. It's just not good enough. If we didn't get the points we got early on the season, we could have come rock bottom of this league this year. I don't doubt it with how the second half's gone. I think it's been affected by the failure to capture Ricky J. Jones as well on deadline day. That was a big blow. But come on, boys. Let's not let anything affect us. Let's try and grow back into it in the second half. As it is Derby County 3, Grimsby Town 0 at only 45 minutes played. Something has to change. As Derby starting the better off again. Marriott trying to bind the ball to Sibley. It's a bad pass straight to them. The fans are booing us. They are really booing us. And you know it's bad after double promotions and they still don't get along with the team that's playing because they're just not playing that well. As we're going to ball out here to Marsh. George Marsh have just decided to put on. He hasn't got much pace, but he is our backup right back. Third choice now. As we can't get it in the middle. It seems like there's only Doigi trying as, Sibley gets a pass off to Jojviak as he's turned as easily. Get it into Max Bird, a great playmaker who we just couldn't afford as well at the start of the season as Marriott ready to pull the trigger for his hat-trick. And Doig on the ball, gives it through to Edmondson. Right, this could be a consolation. Ryan Edmondson across the net, and it's over the bar. I can't believe it. We still can't score. Pope is going to come on. Maybe get him in the shot window, you know, because we'll need money to rejuvenate this team. How poor is this? Pope does have the ball again. Looks for Doig. Great run, Josh Doig. Edmondson. It's off the post this time. He's very unlucky with that. It's a great header from the youngster, but still not going in. It might be down to luck. It might be bound to injuries. Bound to bad defending. I honestly don't know, but we just can't buy a win for anything. It's too expensive as the ball goes straight through to Schubert. Just so poor. And George Marsh hasn't really disappointed since he's come on. That's a bit of a gift straight back to him, but we do need that luck, and it looks like he's providing it. Great little run there. Has got a chance to cross. Could he get an assist? It's a poor cross though, and we just need his wing backs to get a cross in and dribbling better, and definitely passing on the hole. A bit of pace as well, but Serescu already has that, and then we'd have a really good team, because of course Doig's proved what he can do from left back with that great goal in the Palace game, but we just need something more, as it could even be more for Derby. Birds through. There we go, 4-0. 4-0 to the away side. It's been great from Derby County, proving why they really want to get in them playoffs. I wouldn't say it's been a season to forget, definitely a second half of the season to forget so far, unless we have a good end to the year. But yeah, we look like we're going to survive in the Championship thanks to that result against Palace, putting a bit of faith back into us and extending the point gap. But really sour taste of the second half of the season. And it could be more, you know. Wisdom on to Max Bird for another. Schubert with a great save. It's a good job, because that would have been the biggest thrashing of the season. The worst game. I wouldn't say the worst performance, but the worst result that we've had all season. As Lloris does make it 5. Okay, it might be the worst game. It might be when the centre-backs are scoring headers against you. It might be the worst. Let's skip it though, boys. Don't want to see it. As we're going to take kick-off, and there we go. 5-0 to the away side. Beaten by 5-0 at home. Any result like that's going to allude to boos, which it has done. The fans booing them heads off. As, yeah, it's been a second half of the season to forget. I think the word humbled springs to mind, and it's not good. I hope that a couple of the fans are actually trusting in me that I'm not going to get us relegated, because at the moment I wouldn't be too sure after a 5-0. I wasn't so pessimistic before the game started, but a bit now, as Harrison Lacey is going to go out for a loan to Ingolstadt. I dealt with that earlier before the game, and I don't know how we just petering around 14th and 12th. We go in between them two all the time. I don't have a clue how we're above the likes of Brentford and even Huddersfield, because honestly we've not been as good as them. They've beaten us in games. As Bristol City are up next, I think they've really improved lately. I think they picked up a win, and if they did in that last game, they'll be above Derby. You might think I'm losing the plot a little bit here, but I'm going to go for a brand new team, because we've got complaints from players and everything, including McEwen. And when Schubert concedes 5 goals, he's got the right to complain. So Maka comes back in between the sticks with Marsh, Traore, the new midfielder, slotting in at centre. I want to try him there, because the midfield's very crowded, with Nightingale, Gregerson and Doig alongside Pope and Chalobah, because Chelsea's complained again. He's only missed like 2 games. With Connolly back in Cam, Long and Edmondson up front. Still not got anyone recovered from injuries. Just them back from international duty. But Serescu is going to stay out, because of course he hasn't been on the best form this season. Bristol City in 3rd. Definitely on the best form this season, as they're playing 5 at the back. This is what I just want from our team. A good performance with 5 at the backers. Please, can we do it? We do, you know. We do beat Bristol City away from home. Edmondson and Doig reply instantly. Josh Doig, I am loving at the moment, as I can't believe we've just done that. I've spoken it into existence. Oh my days, I can't believe I've spoken it into existence, as 50 points is usually the margin to stay in this league, as we play Sheffield Wednesday below us this time. Hopefully a good result. Therefore, even though it's a second string team, I'm going to keep it the same. I'm really impressed with that result with the team we put out, as Garcia's going to come back onto the bench, and I think Serescu can't keep a 77 rated out for that long. Garcia's gone down a rating as well to 75. I think he was 76 at one point. So you know the team. It's the same one I've just shown you literally seconds ago. So we're going to play against Sheffield Wednesday. A great team, of course. The Owls, know a couple of fans, as it is away at the stadium. I don't know if it's in game. No, it isn't. It's Ivy Lane. So they don't have the stadium in game, so there's no point in playing it. We've already played 3 as well. Can we get the result against them? We do again. And you know, Garcia might be out of the team for longer. Patterson with their goal early on, but Edmondson and Long cancel it out. Back-to-back wins in the simulated fixtures. So of course they can't be the problem. Maybe it's just me at FIFA. Maybe it's not the team. Maybe it's not the formation. Maybe it's just me at FIFA getting worse. But of course, I'm not going to put it down to that. I still have faith after double back-to-back promotions. So, I think if we get some business done in the future, we should be fine as well for relegation. 39 points Swansea, 57 us. That's a big gap of 18 points. You love it. How far are we actually off the playoffs? I think it might be even more. 74 to 57. I think that is, what, 16? So, yeah. Quite far off that. Is that 16? Or am I just stupid at maths? It's 17. Right, 17. I'm just bad at maths. As Palace, the team we actually beat at top of the league. I did not expect that. It's been a very, very low points tally for the championship. 80. It's usually like sometimes 100 in this league. But 9 defeats for the team at the top. You never know. If we would have actually kept goals out, we could have been up there. But of course we failed to do so. And failed to win a lot of games. 15 draws is not a good number. As unfortunately, guys, this is the end of this episode. Like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell on as well. Recommend some names for next season because we definitely need to get buy-in. I think the budget's going to be around 6 to 7 million. We've saved about 3 and we usually get about 4. So I think that is decent enough to extend the team and try and put a push on next season. As the finale is the next one up. Stay hyped for that. Stay hyped for the games. And I will see you in that if you decide to watch. See you in a bit. Take care. And peace.